Peace! Peace! Hear me! He that will not see a red herring at a Harry Groat, butter at 11 pence a pound, meal at 9 shillings a bushel, and beef at 4 nobles a stone, list to me!
It will come to that pass, if strangers be suffered. Mark him.
Our country is a great eating country. Ergo, they eat more in our country than they do in their own.
Buy half a penny loaf a day, Troy, wait.
They bring in strange roots, which is merely to the undoing of our poor princesses for what's a sorry parsnip to a good heart.
Trash! Trash! They breed sore eyes! 'Tis enough to infect the city with the palsy!
Nay, it has infected it with the palsy, for these bastards of dung, for you know they grow in dung, have infected us, and it is our infection will make the city shake, and this comes partly through the eating of parsnips.
True, and pumpkins together.
What say we to the mercy of the king? Do we refuse it?
We accept of the king's mercy, but we will show no mercy upon the strangers.
No mercy upon the strangers!
No mercy upon the strangers!
Oh, hold! The king's name, hold!
Masters, countrymen, and friends.
Oh, peace! How peace? I charge you, keep the peace!
My masters, countrymen.
The noble Earl of Shrewsbury. Let's hear him!
We'll hear the Earl of Surrey.
The Earl of Shrewsbury.
Now we'll hear both.
Both!
Peace! I say peace! Are you men of wisdom or what are you?
What you will have them, but not men of wisdom.
We'll not hear my Lord of Surrey. No! Shrewsbury!
Whilst they're o'er the bank of their obedience, thus will they bear down all things.
Sheriff Moore speaks. Shall we hear Sheriff Moore speak?
Let's hear him! He keeps a plentiful shrievalry. Let's hear Sheriff Moore!
Sheriff Moore!
Even by the rule you have among yourselves, command still audience.
Surrey!
More!
Peace! Silence! Peace!
You, that have voice and credit with the number, command them to a stillness.
A plague on them. They'll not hold their peace. The duel cannot rule them.
And what a rough and riotous charge of you to lead those that the duel cannot rule. Good masters, hear me speak.
Aye, by the mass, will we more? Thou art a good housekeeper, and I thank thy good worship for saving my brother Arthur.
Peace.
Look, what you do offend you cry upon, that is the peace. And not one of you here present, had there such fellows lived when you were babes, that could have topped the peace, as now you would. The peace wherein you have until now grown up had been taken from you, and the bloody times could not have brought you to the state of men. Alas, poor things, what is it you have got, although we grant you get the thing you seek?
Marry, by the removing of the strangers, which cannot choose but much advantage the poor handicrafts of the city.
Grant them removed. And grant that this your noise hath chid down all the majesty of England. Imagine that you see the wretched strangers, their babies at their backs, and their poor luggage, plodding to the ports and coasts for transportation. And that you sit as kings in your desires, authority quite silenced by your brawl, and you in ruff of your opinions clothed. What had you got? I'll tell you. You were taught how insolence and strong hands should prevail, how order should be quelled, and by this pattern, not one of you should live an aged man. For other ruffians, as their fancies wrought with self-same hand, self-reason, and self-right would shark on you, and men like ravenous fishes would feed on one another. You'll put down strangers? Kill them. cut their throats, possess their houses, and leave the majesty of law in line to slip him like a hound. Say now the king, as he is clement if the offender mourn, should so much come too short of your great trespass as but to banish you. Whither would you go? What country, by the nature of your error, should give you harbour? Go you to France? Or Flanders? To any German province? To Spain or to Portugal? Nay, anywhere that not adheres to England. Why, you must needs be strangers. Would you be pleased to find a nation of such barbarous temper that, breaking out in hideous violence, would not afford you an abode on earth? Whet their detested knives against your throats, spurn you like dogs, and like as if that God owned not nor made not you, nor that the elements were not all appropriate to your comfort, but chartered unto them. What would you think to be thus used? This is the stranger's case. And this, your mountainish inhumanity.
Faith. He says true.
Let's do as we would be done to.
We'll be ruled by you, Master Moore, if you'll stand our friend to secure our pardon.
Submit you to these noble gentlemen. Entreat their mediation to the king. Give yourself up to form, obey the magistrate, and there's no doubt but mercy may be found if you so seek. To persist in it is present death. But if you yield yourselves, no doubt what punishment you in simplicity have incurred, His Highness will in mercy most graciously pardon.
We yield and desire His Highness's mercy.